So we're going to talk about the person of peace. That is the person that I'm always looking for in the prison, and it's the person that you're always looking for out in the community. And any person that you approach can be that person of peace. We don't really know at that point. So, but we've got some guidelines that have been given to us that Jesus practiced. It's like, what did he do to find the people of peace? And so he has given us some guidelines for finding that the people of peace, and we just want to do it the way Jesus did. I'm making an assumption that if Jesus knew how to do it, I just want to do it like he did, and stop inventing my own way, which has not really gotten us very far. So if we do it in tables, so if we say this table, if you'll take Luke 10, 1 through 11, and what you're going to be looking at every table is what to do and what not to do.
What was that verse 10?
10, 1 through 11. And if you say the table over here where David is sitting, if you do Matthew 10, 1 through 14. And then back in this corner, if we do Mark 6, 7 through 13. So if you just take a few minutes to come up with just kind of a list from your table of what to do when you go out to find the person of peace and what not to do. Okay. What are we looking for? So let's start with Luke. In Luke, what did Jesus identify in Luke what to do?
It's funny, he started with go 2 by 2.
2 by 2. Was that said in any of the other Gospels?
Yes.
Okay, so was it in all the Gospels?
It wasn't in Matthew.
Did not say it? So was that, Lee, was that in, oh, you were just doing whatever's.
We did Luke.
Luke, okay.
It wasn't Mark.
It was in Mark, okay. So we got in 2 of the Gospels, he says 2 by 2. So we would assume that it's important that we actually go 2 by 2. Can you think of any reasons that we would do that? Power, yeah. Protection, encouragement, yeah. You've talked to 1,000 people. You're out there in the dirty lanes, and you talk to 1,000 people, and you've yet to come across anyone that has said, yes, I want to accept Jesus. You can imagine how they have to encourage each other. Yeah. So what else? What else is in Luke?
And then the next piece, it talks about being prayerful. Of the
Prayerful?
Prayer.
Does that say in the rest of the Gospels? Pray. So what else have we got?
Eat. In Luke. Eat what's served.
Eat.
Yeah, hard.
Eat what is served.
Yeah, more of being accepting of the gifts given to you.
Accept hospitality.
Accept hospitality. What else?
Preach.
Sorry?
Preach.
Preach. What else?
Perform miracles.
Sorry?
Perform miracles.
Perform miracles.
Stay a while.
Stay a while. Total dependence on God.
Does clean the dust off your feet fit in this list?
Yep. Dust the feet off your dust the feet.
Dust the dust.
Say it again.
Shake the dust.
Yeah,
Shake the dust. Yeah, off your feet.
Wipe the dust
Yeah,
off.
shake off
Yeah.
rejection. There you go.
Yeah. Anything else? So what does he say to not do?
Not to rely on yourself.
Okay?
Don't profit.
Don't
Profit.
profit.
Carry no money bag.
Carry no money.
No knapsack.
Don't move around.
Don't move around. Anything else?
Get distracted.
Don't get distracted.
Like I said, don't speak to anyone on the way or speak to anyone on the road. I'm not sure what that means exactly. I think that was a word.
Yeah, it was.
Maybe that's don't get distracted.
I think that's a very good point. So that actually this is a big one for me. Is I'm out wherever, and so that is this to me is another reason for going 2 by 2, is that when I'm distracted, what I'm distracted by is something in the world, and if I've got somebody with me, that helps me to stay focused
Right.
on what my purpose is.
And I know there's sometimes we've been out sharing and you'll get in conversation with somebody who is just going down left field about how we didn't, the Earth's flat, we didn't land on the moon and stuff. And it's, you could stay and have those conversations because we got something to do.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
then you just try to find a way out of it so you can.
And so I think, that, but those two, I think, really just kind of tie together in there. So, and is that a good list? Okay. So as we think about going out on the street in a bit, so we're going to look at, so we've got all the list of what are we actually going to do when we go out. So the first thing is, you're going to pair up, right? So we're going to just really get kind of focused. And so you've got your list, and you know what you're going to avoid. So the next thing that we're going to look at is, what is the messenger taking when he goes out in the field? So this is what the messenger is going to take. He's going to take the presence of God, and I think that kind of makes sense in that if you are making a choice to go out, that's you're going to take that with you, is the presence of God. So you're going to take with you the power of God. Again, remembering that we're not relying on ourselves. It's that God has prepared for those hearts, and so it's not us that's going to convince anyone that they needed Jesus. God has already prepared the heart, and when you approach the person, it's prepared.
Yeah.
If the soil is fertile, God is taking care of it. So I really don't have to be afraid of what's going to come out of my mouth, because it's not me that's doing it. It is God who is pouring into me and working through me and pouring it out into that person. And the other thing is that he's going to take the proclamation of God. So out here, you're going to have people that you're going to approach, and even if it's somebody who accepts Jesus, that person may say, "No, that's great," and you may follow up by saying, "Well, can I meet with you? Get a phone number, whatever. Can I meet with you? Can we talk further about it?" And that person may say, "Well, whatever. I'll find a church." That they're not real interested. So again, we are looking for the person of peace. And so, what does that person of peace look like? So the first thing is that they're going to accept the messenger, right? Does that make sense? Because you're a messenger of God, and you're going to accept the message, and you're going to accept the mission. And then, so the mission goes back to that identity. What have you been called to do in terms of your being a new person and you being the ambassador? So you're looking for that they accepted the messenger, the message, and they're full on for Jesus.